Hey guys, I'm Brian, and I have decided that I want to get my commercial certificate. So if you want to become a commercial pilot and you don't know how, welcome to the club. I don't either. We're going to learn together. So if you want, I'm going to vlog this whole process from the very beginning, where I know absolutely nothing, all the way to the end, which will hopefully be passing a commercial check ride. So I'm going to try to put out a video every week. Look for the orange banner at the top. That will hopefully distinguish this from the more lighthearted videos that I'm going to try to put out every Sunday. So if you're interested in becoming a commercial pilot and you want to learn how it works, this is the video series to watch. Let's go do it. All right, so the first thing I know, just because I did get my private pilot's license and my instrument rating, anytime you want to go after a new rating, you have to buy 3 terrible, horrible, awful, no good books, and I'm going to show them to you in the order that they stress me out. The first book is the ACS. I know you're going to have to get this in order to pass your check ride. This book is kind of weird. It's like a giant table of contents. It doesn't actually have any information in it. It just tells you that information exists in the world and you need to go find it. So it's kind of silly, but if you know what this tells you you need to know, then apparently you can fly through your check ride successfully. I do not like this book at all for one specific reason. It's actually an interesting book to read. The oral exam guide you have to have. They're not bad. They're really informative, and it actually has a lot of good information in it. But it causes me a lot of anxiety because I know whatever I read in here, I'm going to have to talk about in front of a guy who gets to determine whether or not I get my rating. That's not true. I determine that. But just knowing that I have to know all this or review all this or remember all this or understand all this in front of someone at a very stressful time, this causes me anxiety. Last and definitely least, this piece of crap here. This is a book that was written by soulless robots who don't know how humans communicate and don't care if you know how to search stuff. It's got a ton of information in here that most of it you don't need. It's uncomfortable to go through and try to understand what it's saying. It's written in legal speak. I just don't like it. It's a hunk of crap. But if you want to be a pilot, you're going to have to buy one. Ideally, you would buy one every year. What I've learned in my 10 years of flying is I buy one before every new rating. So I've got the materials. The next step, I'm going to talk to the Gold SEAL team. Those guys are going to help me out. We're going to identify some resources. I'm going to try to find instructors to fly with, and we're going to figure out how to do the ground. So right now, I don't know exactly how I'm going to proceed, but I'm going to go start tapping resources and figure out what the plan is. All right, I've made a few phone calls, and so I kind of think I know how this is going to work. During this series, you're going to see me fly with probably multiple instructors. One thing that I've learned in flight training is I like to fly with different people. You learn something different from everybody you fly with. Probably add a little bit to the cost because you're going to end up doing some introductory stuff again and again. The first instructor I'm going to be flying with is a gentleman named Ryan Marriott. I called Christy Wong and said, hey, do you want to help with my flight training? She said, I'm busy. This guy's great. She connected us, so we're going to go meet and talk a little bit about kind of what the commercial looks like, why we're doing it, and what we want to get out of it, and then go do some of the maneuvers. So that should be interesting. I am going to do it in the Cirrus, I think. These maneuvers, in my mind, and I don't know, I've never done any of them, they feel a little stressful to me. And I love my Comanche. I know it is a well-built machine, but just because these are going to be new things I haven't done, and I know I'm going to have that little bit sort of level of discomfort going into it, and make it's cliche or whatever, I just feel like the safeties feature in that plane takes a little bit of anxiety away from every flight, and just having that reduced anxiety, I think, is going to be nice when doing things that I'm not used to, I don't know how to do. So we will be doing it in the Cirrus. I apologize, Mr. Comanche, you're a fantastic plane. We're going to do amazing things with you. Also, for the ground, Gold SEAL hasn't released it yet. They are putting together a commercial ground program, and they're letting me kind of have a beta test at it. So sort of how the instrument was, they had me beta test their instrument software, and it's ended up how I got the ground for my instrument rating. So I'll be working with them on the ground portion. And because I'm doing that, you're going to get some sneak previews into some of their commercial stuff. If you've used Gold SEAL, or if you haven't, their 3D graphics are pretty amazing, and the way they lay things out is very, very cool. It makes it easy to understand. So I'm going to get to open the curtain and let you guys peek behind the scenes at some of that stuff. So I think it's time to meet an instructor and go learn how to fly commercial. Let's go. So I've been flying for 10 years. I have my, the plan was always just to be a VFR pilot. Like I just enjoy flying over and have a hobby. And then I started working with Gold Seal. They wanted me to test some of their instrument training software or instrument ground school software. So I tested it. Mm-hmm. And then I decided to go and take the test. So I kind of accidentally got the instrument rating. And now I'm at the advanced age of about to have a midlife crisis. And I started thinking, like, what if there's the possibility of becoming a professional pilot? Yeah. So right now I'm a software engineer. I'm 23 years in. I'm kind of tired of it. So I'm like, okay, it's either buy a Corvette or go do something cool. So you've probably come across pilots like me. And another reason I want to get this rating, I flew with a friend of mine in his Comanche the other day. I was like, he scared the crap out of me. And I was like, you know what? He was doing everything right, but he was way more assertive with the plane than I am. Yeah. It's really, ask me the last time I did a power on stall. It was my check ride for PPL. I don't go out and do these things. Yeah. And I recognize that I need to be a little more comfortable with the plane. 10 years into this, I should be a little more confident in my flying. And so this rating also, with the more precision and the more aggressive maneuvers, kind of seems like it would lend itself. Yeah.
A lot of times is, you can kind of get set in your timid ways.
Oh, yeah.
And so without, going with someone else and trying to be like, hey, let's try something new. Then it's easy to get stuck in that way.
When I was trained by an instructor who was no more than 20 degrees bank in the pattern, that was the thing they used to always say. Now, I know that's not really true, but I also get why he was saying that. Yeah. He wanted people to be afraid to enter that.
Yes. Yeah.
But I may be being way too cautious. I'm sure I am.
Yeah. The point of those maneuvers is kind of testing the boundaries of the plane. Okay. Right. So, a Chandelle is, you're doing 180 degree, turn. You're basically ending up with the stall horn going out. Okay. It was described to me as like, I don't know why you would end up in this situation, but you're in the Grand Canyon and all of a sudden you realize you're too low. You're in the Grand Canyon and there's nothing but rock in front of you. It's like, what do you need to do? You need to climb and turn a 180. So it's like, that's kind of like the point of it. Just like the best climb rate, getting out of it, just doing that 180. Okay. Just kind of, and then lazy 8 is kind of just feeling the plane. You'll see whenever we get to like nose high, and then that nose will just start to drop because you're just losing lift. Okay. And so you'll just kind of see where that happens with your plane. And it's called lazy 8 because it's lazy. You really shouldn't be fighting it too much. Literally all you're doing is just pitching up and banking. And then we'll go over like the steps of how to do it, pitching up and banking. And then you'll just see kind of when that nose will just drop. It's very lazy motion. Okay. It's kind of like just going up a half pipe, just going up and down. It's very slow. Okay. So we're just kind of seeing the boundaries of your plane.
There's 5 Mike Victor, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, runway heading.
Oh, 18 left, clear for takeoff, runway heading, Cirrus 25 Mike Victor.
Number 2 takeoff, traffic's on the downwind ahead, approaching base number 2 for
I've not heard that before, except on IFR, so I'm to maintain runway heading until he tells me otherwise?
Yes.
Okay.
1A. Typically they do that because there's a ton of traffic here.
There's a lot of traffic today.
Yeah, so they just kind of get us out.
And you're number 2.
Runway's mine.
Number 2.
All right. Check, that's good.
And number 3, just 7, you'll see Cessna on the right side to the very low.
Full power.
Archer 49 kilo, right turn southwest approved.
Turn southwest approved, 49 kilo, good day.
Yes. And number 7,
there's 50. Clear. 60.
There's 7, 0, clear the day, Wind Hooks Airport.
70.
190. Vectors to the Joe Pole 6 departure. Torn transition, baseball direct. Maintain 3,000. Expect 11,011. Correction, 11,000 at 10 minutes. Departure 118.1, squawking 3471.
The first maneuver we did was a Chandelle, and it's a very simple maneuver, actually. You're just doing a 180 degree turn while climbing, and ultimately you want to time the turn so that you end up 180 degrees opposite as the stall horn is going off. So a little bit more about that from Gold Seal here.
First, clear the area. Then pick a starting altitude no lower than 1,500 feet AGL. Pick out a visual point off the wingtip in the direction of the turn. This is your 90-degree reference point. It will help with situational awareness as you should be mostly looking outside. At a specified airspeed, typically maneuvering speed, roll into about a 30-degree bank. Then simultaneously add full power while slowly increasing the pitch attitude to reach your maximum pitch at the 90-degree point. When you hit the 90-degree point, slowly decrease the bank while maintaining the pitch. This half of the maneuver is going to require a little more control input due to the slower airspeed. If everything works out, you'll roll out on a heading 180 degrees from where you started and be just above the stall without actually stalling the airplane.
So that's how the maneuver works. I had Ryan demonstrate it for me first, and then I was going to try to repeat it. An interesting side effect of using the 360 camera is you can, based on how it's edited a little bit, you can tell how good I did because the plane actually rotates around the field of the camera, and so you can tell if I kind of overshot or undershot based on where the camera was looking when we started and where it's looking when we finished. So here's the Chandelle, first with Ryan and then with me.
All right. And what helped me out is, so when you like go over the maneuver stuff, you can write it out and kind of draw it. So that first 90-degree turn, you're going to keep that 30-degree bank, but you're increasing pitch.
Okay.
And once you hit that 90, you're keeping that pitch and decreasing bank.
Okay.
And so it'll make more sense, once you do the maneuvers and then watching videos about it.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I'm going to slow it down to about 140. Do you mind doing the first one?
yeah, I can do that.
Statesville traffic, Cherokee 6734 Juliet.
So there's my point right there, my 90-degree point.
Okay.
I'm gonna level out quick.
Very good.
Yeah, there you go, turbulence. All right, so I'm gonna turn 30-degree bank.
Okay.
Get that nose level. I'm gonna go max power. I'm keeping that bank and I'm slowly increasing pitch right here.
Okay.
I'm keeping that 90-degree point right there. We're gonna be about 15 to 20 degrees.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so now 90-degree point. We're keeping that pitch, but we're slowly decreasing the bank. Going to that 180-degree point.
Sorry about
So
that.
we're keeping, and you're going to be just above stall speed whenever you reach your 180-degree point.
Really?
Yeah. And then so once that's off my right wing, my 90-degree point, I'm going to be just above stall speed. So even hearing the stall horn on this is good. If you want to, you can go ahead and try one.
Okay.
All right, your controls?
All right. It's going to be ugly.
No, that's fine.
I'll go ahead and get the smoke over here.
All right.
Okay, so we're straight and level. That's 90 degrees. I'm going to go into a 30-degree bank.
Yep.
And as I'm going in, I'm increasing power.
And then go full power. There you go. Now start to slowly pitch up. You want to be max pitch up at your 90-degree point.
Okay.
So like right there. Now we're keeping that pitch up and we're decreasing that bank. But slowly decrease the bank because you still want to reach your 90
still want to
degree
turn.
point. Yeah.
With your tail turning right base for 100.
You're going to feel yourself getting slow. You're just kind of sinking into the back of your seat. And we're slowly decreasing that bank. There you go.
The hard part is losing my visual over there.
Yeah, and there's your 180-degree point.
All right, let me see if I got something. Let's try one to the right. We're going to need oxygen if we keep doing this.
Yeah.
All right.
Bridgeport traffic RV 260 Kilo Mike 17.
Anything over there that stands out?
For takeoff to be left and out to the east.
That's Lake.
For the traffic
Sort of.
Yeah, Lake Texas will work. All right, and I'm already pulling ass. Okay, so bug this. All right, so I'm doing 30 degrees to the right, 10, 20, 30, increasing power. There's 90.
Yeah, so you can even slowly, very creepily kind of pulling out your bank.
Yeah. I'm unbanking pretty rapidly.
The next maneuver that we did was the Lazy 8. This, I think, it's hard for me in my mind to figure out why these are commercial maneuvers. I get that it's mainly focusing on being more precise with the plane, but these are not things I've ever done on a Southwest Airlines. We're doing 8s on pylons before we do this instrument approach. But the Lazy 8 is kind of an interesting maneuver. It's really docile. I mean, if you're a passenger, you might be uncomfortable because there's a lot of pitch up and there's a lot of different, sight pictures that you wouldn't normally see. But the plane's really doing all the work. You're kind of pitching up and turning and then just letting it do what it would naturally do, and then you're correcting near the bottom. It's again, it's a visual reference maneuver, but now instead of just having like a 90-degree point you're looking at, you've now got where you're going. You've got a 45 degree, a 90, 135 degree, and a 180. So same thing. Ryan demonstrates the maneuver, and then I repeat it.
All right. So talk to me. So this is the one where
It's like a half pipe.
Okay, so it's basically...
Yeah, so we have our 90-degree point, but we also have a 45-degree point,
okay,
and then a 135-degree point.
Okay.
So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then, but we're also going to reach 180. So it's like we have our, where we're headed off of, we can bug that heading. We have a 45-degree point, a 90-degree point, and then a 135.
Okay.
And then we'll end up on the 180.
Okay.
So each point. So basically, when we're going to increase our altitude, so how I usually teach it is you just keep your maneuver like about 2,300 RPM, and we're not going to touch the power at all.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is, so like my 90-degree point is going to be the river right there, right?
Okay.
My 45 is going to be, I guess, that town, and then 135 is probably going to be the other side of the river.
Got it.
Right
Okay.
there, and then the 180. I like to bug my heading.
Okay.
Whatever. I'm going to keep this power setting. I'm going to bank about 5 degrees, and I'm going to start to pitch up. I'm going to keep this bank pretty much until I get to my 45-degree point. Then my 45-degree point, I'm going to be max pitch up. About 20 degrees. Then, once I reach my 45-degree point, I'm going to start to roll to about 30-degree bank. You see that nose just start to slice through?
Yep.
You wanted to slice through the horizon at your 90-degree point. So there.
Oh, that's cool.
There's my 90-degree point, and then we're dropping. And we're looking for that 135 point, and that's going to be the max pitch down.
Oh, okay. This is a very symmetrical maneuver throughout the... I got it. That's kind of cool.
And it's very lazy. I'm not doing anything. So there's 135, and then...
You want to be level?
And then there's the 180. And then you would do the same thing the opposite side. So you go about 5 degrees, pitch up.
Primary traffic, Cherokee 884.
And we're using the same exact points again, except in reverse.
West coming inbound. We're going to set up for a 45 for that right down
there.
30
degrees of bank.
Yeah,
let the nose come down.
30-degree bank.
We'll keep it out for you.
Nose slices through the horizon at the 90-degree point.
Yes.
Primary traffic, get through with your tail.
There you go.
Continue to let it drop until we're at our 45-degree point.
Yes.
And that's when we're going to start rolling level.
Yeah,
and coming back up and slicing through the horizon at the 180-degree mark.
Yeah, and level off right here. That's the lazy 8.
Okay.
It's very, very lazy movement. You're just lazy. The plane can basically fly itself.
Okay.
Literally, if you were to just, pitch up 30-degree bank and max pitch right there, and just kind of let go of the plane.
The plane would kind of already do that?
Yeah, kind of already do that.
Natural tendency?
Exactly, yeah. We're watching the natural tendencies of the airplane. Awesome.
All right, let me give it a shot.
All right, your controls.
I got the flight controls. Okay, so we're doing 90, 45, and 135.
Yeah.
So we're kind of looking at the same ones you were. I got this?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm pitching up. We don't care about power.
So bank about 5 degrees, and then start to pitch up. You're going to probably reach about 20-degree pitch up once you reach your 45-degree point. So keep the 5-degree bank. There you go. All right, we're looking outside still. All right, so there is your 45-degree point. So now we start to roll into that 30-degree bank. There you go. Nose up a little bit. There you go. And
okay, nose is supposed to cross right about here. I got it.
Right about there. And then the 135 is going to be your max pitch down. So about here is your 135. So it's max pitch down. So we're going to start to slowly pull the nose up a little bit. There you go.
And then we come out.
All right, there's your 180. Good. Now we're going to do the same thing to the right.
Okay. All right, so we got that one, and then the town. Okay.
580 for Victor.
So 5 degrees.
18
Pitching up. Put the 5-degree in. Don't let it roll. All right, there we go. And I'm going to start to increase to about 30 degrees.
Yeah, there's the 45. Okay, there you go. Now kind of roll into it. And then don't let that nose drop too much, kind of slowly letting that nose drop so you reach your...
Right about there.
Yeah, there you go. Rising at the 90-degree point. Good.
There's my 45.
Max pitch down right there. Good.
Full stop, change the traffic.
And rolling out at 180. That's way less aggressive than I kind of imagined it.
Yeah, you can do it more aggressive and like actually feel like the doctor of the plane, but that's literally what it is.
Well, the good news though is with this particular rating, no one's saying you got to be under the foggles for full. Like I can go out and practice these on my own all I want.
Yeah.
Like I can go take these two things. I can go out any day this week and go try to dial them
Exactly.
in.
Yeah.
Okay, and then come back to you and say, hey, am I doing this right?
Yeah. You're like,
Okay.
hey,
All right, well, let's land and get fuel.
all right.
And then okay, this is I'm excited about this. This is not scary. I thought it was gonna be scary.
No, it's not scary. Yeah.
All right, lesson 1 is in the books. Simpler than I expected it to be, and so I'm kind of wondering if the other maneuvers that are kind of, I don't know, I'm not nervous, but I'm wondering if this is all going to be a little bit simpler than I thought it was going to be. So at any rate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, it's a beautiful day, I'm going to go fly, and I think I'm going to take the Comanche up and see if maybe I want to do this in the Comanche. Looking at the steep turns and some of the other things, there's some very trim-centric maneuvers. I think I might opt for manual trim versus the electronic trim in the Cirrus. But so I'm going to go see if that might be something I want to do. But at any rate, and I'm in no rush on this. I don't have, a multi-rating. I'm 400 hours shy of the 1500, and I don't have a plan. I really just want to position myself to have the option if I ever decide to, jump ship on what I'm currently doing. Retiring from flying sounds a lot more appealing to me than retiring from sitting behind a computer screen and writing code. So that's it. Hey, first off, hey, thanks for sticking. If you're still watching this video, I know this isn't my normal content. This is a very long video, and this vlog is going to be like that. So it's for people who are interested in this rating and wanting to see what it's like. So it's a small audience. So I do appreciate that. If you're watching, I assume it's because you're interested in the commercial rating. If you want to know more about it, I'm going to put a link in the description. Gold Seal has this packet. It's a very concise packet for basically everything that you need for your oral, your check ride, all that kind of stuff. It's a really, really cool document. They've sort of pulled out everything that you need and put it into this PDF. It's broken down so it makes things easy to remember. So I'll put that link there. But all right, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna go practice these two little maneuvers, and then we'll go learn some more. But I'm gonna baby step it. Like I said, I'm not in any rush. But thanks again for watching. If you stayed to the end, that's amazing. I appreciate it, and I think we'll have. I'm gonna do my best to put these out on Friday, and the lighthearted stuff out on Sunday. 2 a week's a big commitment, but I'm gonna try. So you guys fly smart, and I'll catch you in the next one.